is Finkel. Finkel is Einhorn. Einhorn is a man. Pause.
Yep.
Einhorn is a man, and he freaks the fuck out.
Brushes his teeth comedically. Burns.
Creepily
did he
gets
burn
in the
all
shower.
his clothes?
He did.
Burned all his clothes.
He tries to suck his face out with the fucking
the plunger.
By the way,
pukes in the toilet.
The one thing that they did that I never noticed, the music that is playing is the same music as the theme song from The Crying Game.
Is it?
It is.
Because I'm like, it's an odd choice for music. And I'm like, is that what this... Because they were being made at the same time, right?
Yeah. And then, and like basically, and he creepily, he takes his gear off and gets in the shower and does like the over the top fucking girl crying.
Yeah, like forever unclean.
Yeah, it's like so fucked
Again,
up.
it's too over the top to be. It's too ridiculous. But either way,
yes.
So we get Einhorn and Dan Marino.
Yes, and
she's just like, is it something Dan?
Yeah, like I can't remember exactly
because it's day of Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You want a refreshment, Dan? And he's just, what the fuck?
The fuck is wrong with this lady? Jesus. Like, he's like, if you want tickets to the Super Bowl, you're going about it the wrong way,
because she grabs him by the fucking balls.
Yeah. And, like, that's when she ends up kissing him. And it's like, he's sitting there going, what the fuck is going on here? But he's strapped to it, and Snowflake's in the fucking water, which is why they didn't need a tank.
We get the goons, and one of the goons is feeding him, and the other goon throws a thing at him and is being an asshole.
Look, a passing ball to the dolphin, throws it at him. Dolphin splashes water on him. It's like, that's funny.
Let's go get more fish.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill that dolphin. I'm like, well, why would you feed I'm fine. Fine.
Sure.
Ace sneaks in, KOs both goons. One with a bucket, and then when the other one discovers them, he knocks them both out, fucking Home Alone style.
With the hook. That should have decapitated them.
Well, it's a smash cut. Like, he hits them, and then it smash cuts to the game that's on TV, and a hit occurs.
Yes.
So he's like, have no fear, Dan. Help is here. And a rope comes down, and he comes.
Can we point out
down
the dopey ass thing he does again, like the secret agent thing, where he gets in the fucking boat that is right next to the ladder he needs.
So he takes
he pulls out a little personal fan that spins around and uses it as a propeller to move the boat about 3 inches.
Yeah.
So he can grab it's again, he's a child.
So he gets in.
Yes.
But Einhorn's there with a gun. And she calls the cops going, I got the kidnapper.
I got it. It's Ace Ventura. And then Emilio catches the call and just like, he goes to Melissa because he's doing the security at Dolphin Stadium. And she's like, oh God, we have to go do this. And she's like, oh my God, he's going to get killed. And he's like, if there's anyone I'm not worried about, it's Ace. Cut to Ace crying like, don't kill me.
Kill him! You hate him!
You hate him! Kill him! No, kill him! No, kill him! They're fighting
coward, jock, dick.
Musclehead. I do enjoy that, like, when she says it's Ace Ventura, all of the cops show up. Like, they all run out of the precinct to go and, like...
Finally, we can collar this bastard.
Yeah, like, Jesus, how dangerous
they've been waiting for the day.
How dangerous do they think Ace really is?
Well, it's not dangerous. It's just like, we all gotta arrest him together, because we all hate him, right?
That's so weird.
But here's the thing, I'm like, I hope your plan is to kill both him and Dan Marino, because Dan Marino will easily go, no, it was her.
Yeah. That is the thing. That never seems to happen, where he's doing all of this, and Dan doesn't go, yeah, it wasn't him.
Her.
It was her.
Yeah.
No, Dan just sits there quietly.
Because then he could be like, because that should have been a line dialogue. I'll just tell the cops. They'd be like, you can't tell him if you're dead.
Well, if he said that, then she would immediately kill him.
I guess.
So, but...
Well, no, at that point she points the gun away from Ace, and that's when he can, like, karate chop it out of her hand, and then the fight starts.
That's true.
Instead of her pointing the gun at the dolphin.
Yeah, that's true. But, okay, so... Yeah, that's basically what ends up happening is that
I want to kill the dolphin first because I want you to watch an animal die before I kill you. And then they fucking fight. All the cops are there.
And it goes Lethal Weapon style, where they just let it happen. And...
Dan's giving him the business a bit.
Yeah, he's like, hey.
Can't handle the lady Ace.
Like, you don't understand. She's not a woman.
She's like... And then she grabs him by, like, the bottom of the mouth and the jaw and just claws him back into the fight.
Yeah.
Then he starts beating the shit
out of her.
And again, Lethal Weapon style, nobody stepping in.
Yeah,
he is now beating the shit out of what you all believe is your female captain.
It's really weird. And then she was like, well, it's Ace. Like, shoot him. Like, fucking shoot him.
Wait,
and then,
wait.
hold your fire, and then Melissa shows up with Emilio, and she's got a gun to his head.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm gonna do it, I swear to God. And it's like, he's not joking.
Kidding you.
And she fucking cocks the gun. I'm like, Jesus.
I'd be like, Tone look, be like, hey,
we
whoa.
worked this out, lady.
Easy.
Fucking chill out.
It's a wig.
Yeah, and he
Tries
tries
to
to
rip
pull
it
it. I was
off.
like, oh,
No.
that's really on there.
Okay, well, how about
these?
this?
And he rips the shirt open, and he's just like, ha 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 ha.
Because she's got boobies.
Yeah, that surgery can be done over the weekend.
Yeah.
Considering the beginning of the movie, I guess it was.
Yeah, well, here's my question.
Yeah.
It's like, since Friday, how long has Captain Einhorn been in power?
They mention a while. Because
because it's an old article,
yeah,
right?
when he's explaining the whole thing, he's like, long enough that she got into power, and I'm like,
Yeah.
you got to remember that, like, Ray Finkel is waiting for the moment when the
Because it's been
Dolphins,
7 years.
yeah,
right?
because the Dolphins have to get into the Super Bowl for this to work, right? So it's clearly been time.
Rips off her dress
like, I bet you didn't have time to get rid of this, ha!
And now you just see Sean Young beaten, dazed, and pretty much naked.
I'm a big fan of the last part.
And he's just like,
Jesus. And then Dan.
Ace,
come here.
Come here.
And then he looks.
Yes, Dan.
Yes, Dan. My colleague, Mr. Marino
My
here.
esteemed colleague,
Mr. Marino here has pointed out something. So I can't remember exactly how he does it, but he says something along the lines of like, well, either
she's a woman,
or she is the worst case of hemorrhoids I have ever seen, and turns her around, and there's a image of kind of a penis, but not really.
Yeah,
it looks weird, but supposedly she's doing the tuck,
Buffalo Bill style.
Yeah, and then they all, weirdly enough, Dan Marino, they all reacted like, oh my God, it's a man, and then everybody comically reacts to like, we've all kissed her. Dan Marino finally reacts. I'm like, didn't you notice it a minute ago?
Yeah, you pointed out, as they put it, Mr. Winky.
Yeah, so why are you freaking out now? And he
pieces the whole thing together. It's like, oh, she killed Roger because he found Mr. Winky.
And also the dolphin is reacting, which makes me laugh. I'm like, all right, that's pretty funny.
And then he back body drops her into the water, and that's the last we see of her.
Pretty much.
She's, I'm assuming, arrested and taken to jail.
I would assume
do not pass go, do not collect $200.
Or probably the nut house again.
Yeah. So they're driving to the stadium, police escort style. His head out the window, Dan's head out the window.
Hey, Ace, you got any more of that gum? No, Dan, and I prefer you to stay out of my affairs. You're a weird guy, Ace.
Yeah, it's like, next time I have a piece of gum or a pack of gum and somebody asks for that, I will say no, and I'll ask you politely to stay out of my personal affairs.
And then they go to the game.
Nothing else is implied. It's not like, oh, Dan Marino's back and they win the Super Bowl because, spoiler alert, Dan Marino never won the Super Bowl.
No, because Dolphins. And then, like, because, that game that they, like, lost by, like, fucking 30 points.
Yeah.
And then, like, Ace sees the bird again. And just like, oh, fuck, I can do this. And he's telling everybody to shh. And I like how two of the players nod.
Yeah, they're like,
he's like, shh. I'm like, got you, buddy. And then he fucking goes. And then the mascot for the other team, the Eagle.
Of course. They are playing the Eagles.
Yeah. This is fitting.
Because he chases the bird away.
Yeah, he smacks the bird out of the way.
It was on Gatorade. So I'm like, well, how is the mascot going to drink Gatorade? Fine. Whatever.
We'll worry about that later.
Hey, asshole.
You just cost me $25,000, Paulie. Yeah? Blow me.
Which, Ace, I'm assuming the Miami Dolphins probably paid you a lot more than $25,000 getting their star Dolphin and star quarterback back for the Super Bowl.
Okay, let's say he's paid $50,000. That seems about fair, right?
And he got a girlfriend out of the deal.
That's true. Wouldn't you want another $25,000?
I guess fair.
I mean,
fair.
I don't even think if you had $50,000, you're rich enough to go, $25,000. Who cares?
Hell, at this point, he's probably moving in with Melissa.
Probably.
And then he proceeds to have a fight, and on the big screen, Ace Ventura, lover of animals everywhere, as he's like beating the shit out of an eagle.
Yeah, I do have to laugh though. The first two punches are to the beak.
Yeah.
That is clearly nothing.
And then he looks up like,
and
knows he's on the big screen like, hi.
And then
credits.
And we get that song.
Yeah.
So that's Ace Ventura, Pet Detective.
Yeah. Over the top, comedic. I would say genius, but...
Absolutely.
I know others wouldn't.
Yeah, but they're wrong.
And
yeah,
I get
I'm
that.
commenting on opinions.
Listen,
about
I
what's
get,
happening.
I get that. Some wouldn't like it because of obviously the transphobic undertones, and that's fine. That's fine.
Hey, if that's what you want to be, but cool.
But it's the people who are just like, "Oh, this is too cartoonish." I'm like, well, this guy made movies in the '80s.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure Earth Girls Are Easy and was a Vampire Once Bitten.
Once Bitten?
He wasn't exactly down to earth in those films either.
Yeah, but you know what? No one saw those.
Fair, but we will talk about A Living Color, and everyone saw that.
Oh yeah, don't worry. We'll talk about that
But
next
what I'm
week.
getting at is...
No, I agree. This is what you pay him to do.
Yeah,
when you get a Jim Carrey, that's what you get.
When you walked into Ace Ventura Pet Detective and you knew James Carrey, now Jim Carrey, is going to be the star of it, what did you think was going to happen?
Yeah, I don't know. That's the thing I can't understand is it's not like this isn't how he's made his entire career.
No.
You know what I mean? Like every movie
he had
made,
dramatic turns later.
Well, he had some before then, but they were in things nobody ever saw.
Yeah.
Right? Like there are dramatic elements to like even Once Bitten. There are dramatic elements to it. But it's not obvious. Like it's clearly made as a joke. Like it's a gimmick, right? And that's his thing. His stand-up was over the top and comedic. He is hired to do that. He was hired on Living Color because of that.
Hell, he's rubber-faced. You know what I mean? Like
that was his thing, right? So it's kind of an odd distinction to complain about, but I don't know. I don't know why they wanted him to be more down to earth, but I mean,
fair.
Fire Marshal Bill is a thing.
Yeah, let me show you something. Mm-hmm. That being said, I'm giving it 8 laces out out of 10. Mm-hmm. Again, it's a great film. I think it was a good way to introduce him to like the mass public. Mm-hmm. Because, again, we got this and then proceeded to get this for another 3 years straight.
Yes.
And like I said, say what you will about the man, this kind of performance eventually led him to being the biggest paid actor in Hollywood for a time.
Yep. The first week 4.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I'm going to give it an 8, mostly for nostalgia, I'm not going to lie. I was thinking about it whilst watching it going, if I saw this as an adult, I wouldn't like it as much as I did because I saw it as a kid. But I'm gonna still give it that just because I do still enjoy this movie a lot.
Again, yeah,
there's a lot of funny in it. I'm looking at it from the perspective of probably Roger Ebert or whatever, who probably never saw a second of In Living Color.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he was, on In Living Color, he was my favorite actor on the show before this movie even came out.
Right.
So I liked him a lot. It was him and Damon Wayans fighting it over for who I liked the most, because Homie the Clown is awesome. But, like, it was... I don't know if I would like this movie as much if I'd seen it only as an adult.
But who would... I don't know. I mean, people back in the 90s, I guess, an adult, but whatever. Like, I get it. I get why critics ultimately, like the posh critics who were like, look at this cartoon person.
Well, I wouldn't be like that.
Prancing and dancing around like an absolute idiot. Mm-hmm. Like, I understand. I get it. Fine. But, to me...
Oh, I think his
being this person, I'm like, well, I am this person, so... I'm a nonsense person, so I'm attracted to other nonsense
like,
people.
I will say this, like, I don't think, even if I complain, even when I saw the movie for the first time as an adult, I would still think what he did is incredible.
Yeah.
I can't...
Well, because it's physical comedy, too.
It's amazing, and it's amazingly well done, and his character is ridiculously well done.
Well, that entire scene in the mental institution with the tutu, like, that's just pure physical comedy gold.
Yeah, that's just a man who is clearly an expert at physical comedy doing what he does best. And I look at, like I said, my favorite scene in the whole film is his secret agent move, which is so unnecessary, and he does it for himself, but it's hilarious to watch.
As far as MVPs are concerned, it's Mrs. Finkel.
Absolutely. Without a shadow of a doubt.
Because it's like this sweet, homey little mother type, like, because it's a mom and pop, like, farmer type characters, but then she goes...
Dan Marino should get gonorrhea and burn in hell.
Yeah, but because she has the little, like, hello, like the little lady voice, she makes cookies.
She's the epitome of a little old lady.
But she's nuts.
Yes, she's clearly batshit insane.
You know, as Pa points out. Mm-hmm. But then when, again, she says stuff like Dan Marino should die of gonorrhea and burn in hell.
Yeah.
Like a cookie, laces out.
Laces out.
So, great stuff.
What a sports nut, huh?
Yeah. So we go from that cartoon performance to a literal cartoon